see warning markers for firearms.
Get on the ground! Lock it in. He's now off in the field.
Derbyshire's traffic cops.
Try and keep up with it.
Battling crime in the middle of the country.
Open the door now!
He smashed down a pollard.
How is that now? He ain't done nothing.
From the picturesque peaks
Vehicle on EC.
treating it as life-threatening, to the inner cities.
Yeah, he's got me. This line. We're going to decamp.
It's a decamp, 4 runners. Under threat.
If you do want to tell you,
Do not put your hands anywhere near your pockets. And at risk.
what's you? Box on. We're on 2 traffic cars now.
Around every corner,
Don't stop it.
there's a new challenge
Hands on the wall.
for the traffic cops. Coming up,
He's now overtaking wrong side of the road.
bank holiday boozing
He's collided.
puts lives at risk.
That's one of the worst driving I've ever seen. He's now off in the middle.
He's tested positive for cocaine.
Can't stand up. Officers take the hard line
He's actually on him.
Yeah.
If that drunk, he's not being breathalyzed.
with the dangerous
Can't have a feeling it will filter still.
How much have you had to drink?
and those refusing to face the truth.
No, I'm not. I've just been...
No, you've not. I've just seen you drive the bloody car.
Come here, mate. I'm not finished with you, pal.
And there's car park chaos when a desperate suspect
Put the door on the floor.
tries to flee a test.
Derbyshire Police, how can I help?
Oscar Tango 25, we've had a report of a possible drink driver.
Across Derbyshire, during the bank holidays, police receive hundreds of reports a day involving alcohol and drugs.
Okay, leave it with us, we'll get officers out there.
My personal feelings on drink drivers, they are the lowest of the low. So it's my job to take them off the road.
90 minutes into what's expected to be a busy 12-hour night shift, the traffic cops are spread out across the force area.
It's going to be busy.
Traffic cop Jim Payne is 10 miles south of Derby, looking for drivers under the influence.
I'll often position the vehicle out of view of them until they pass me.
It's not long before a silver Citroen Picasso catches his attention.
Sometimes it's down to old-fashioned police and you look at a vehicle and you realise that something's not quite right with it.
An A from Oscar Tango 14, just in relation to my permissions, I'm in a marked road policing vehicle. The intention at the minute is just to follow while everybody's driving normally. I'm directly behind the vehicle, so he's obviously aware of my presence.
As soon as I put the lights on, I had this feeling that this is going to be the point that this vehicle's going to go.
So I'm in a marked road policing vehicle, pursuit management trained.
The car's continued, but not really drove that much quicker.
It's took a left, possibly to try and evade me.
The Citroen turns off the main roads, forcing Jim to slow down.
The car's continued just to get that bit ahead and managed to pull out of sight.
As the suspect speeds away,
Yeah, vehicles hit the Ham Road.
control alerts traffic cop Matt Copestake to the location of the suspect's car.
The traffic is moderate. Road surface is dry.
Unfortunately for the subject, I'd been round that area for the last hour.
Now directly behind the vehicle. Speed is 40. Now overtaken on the wrong side of the road. DRA medium back to low. 3 occupants, 1 male driver, female front seat passenger. Right now.
The adrenaline's going. You're constantly looking around for risk assessing.
Bretby Lane.
As the suspect fails to stop, Matt follows him into a residential area.
It's a big concern about what lies ahead. You're thinking about pedestrians on the road, kids out playing on the streets, other road users.
It's now wrong side of the roundabout. DRA high.
At that moment, obviously what's going through your mind is this guy's prepared to do anything to get away.
50 miles an hour. It's Bretby Lane. Back towards Repton. Speed is 70. Enters the Nationals. Continues 70.
Leaving the built-up area, the driver takes to country lanes.
Users DRA low.
Now that presents a risk in itself because you can't see what's coming round the bend, and the width of the roads are constantly changing from narrow single track into areas where you can fit 2 cars.
It's heavy on the brakes. Speed 60. So right. Back towards Harshorn. He's now overtaking wrong side of the road. He's collided. Is a box van. He still continues though.
That's some of the worst driving I've ever seen. He had no business even attempting that overtake. It was clear he was going to run out of road, and I think you're very, very lucky not to injure himself or someone else.
He still continues. It was a side swipe to the near side. He's got extensive near side damage.
Anyone would think that that would be enough to stop any driver from continuing, but he put his foot down and tried to get away with half of his car missing.
It's a single track road. Extensive near side damage.
After 20 minutes, the pursuit has come full circle, with the driver back where he was first seen.
Approaching junction standby. It's right.
In my experience, people who are trying to get away from the police always head to areas they know.
Still on main road. Expected he's going to come out on the main Hartshorn Ticknell Road.
It's better for them if they know the roads and what twists and turns it's got in store for us.
Repton Road. Believe we're back towards Bretby. Continues Repton Road. Speed is 50 in the National. Yes, driving's erratic round these corners. I'm just giving him some room. Speed 60 in the Nationals. Heavy braking round offside bend. Yeah, he's losing control of it now, just backing off, giving him room. Entering Bretby again now.
Continuing to drive around in circles, the suspect goes off-road again, up the same track as earlier.
He's now off in the field.
Coming up,
Driving now like this.
the Picasso driver tries to make a run for it across a field. Driver's already got to custody.
Come here, mate, I'm not finished with you, pal.
A tip-off ends in a car park foot chase.
What's that all about then, pal?
And a drink driver putting lives at risk.
Yeah, right. Can't stand up. It's absolutely hammered. He's now overtaking wrong side of the road.
After a 25-minute chase along country lanes during a busy bank holiday weekend,
It was a side swipe to the near side. He's got extensive near side damage.
a failed-to-stop Picasso driver tried to escape traffic cop Nat Copestake
He's now off in the field.
before losing control and crashing.
The driver then opened the door and ran out into this field where we detained him.
Driver's already gone to custody. In blue 55.
The suspect is denying he was driving the car,
You driving now like this?
while the traffic cops recover the Picasso.
Hold on, I'll put this quarter bun on.
PC Paul Barker will interview the passengers to find out who was driving.
Where are the passengers now? There you go. There you go. Passengers over here. Right, okay. Cover him, mate. What time did he pick you up? What time did he pick you up? 5.
And he was all right. He was speaking like everything was normal. And you guys, one of the cars come behind us, and he started panicking, and then he just says, "Don't worry." And then next minute,
So I started to panic, and we said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "Don't worry." And then he started to drive fast.
I've never experienced this. I'm lucky to be alive, to be honest.
If you can just squiggle in that little green box there. That's it.
Okay, can go.
Good, yeah. Not that far away anyway. Alright.
The passenger is free to go, but the suspect will remain in custody to be questioned.
In my opinion, he's taken off because he believed he was over the limit for drinking and driving, and also he was a disqualified driver. So he obviously had a lot to hide. The fact that he's driven at those speeds and failing to stop for the police or during a pursuit whilst drunk is just beggars belief.
It's a busy bank holiday, and calls are piling up in force control.
Yeah, you're through to the police. What's happening?
A tip-off from the public has come in about a suspected drink driver.
Right, leave it with us. We've got officers travelling too. You're okay.
Yeah, 1-6, I'm going to be coming along from Wicklow. Yeah, it's a Mercedes.
Traffic cop Matt Copestake is responding.
What's the reg? Right, there's potential drink driver in Stone in Derby, which is just the other side of where we are. Just about to leave store in a white Mercedes. Apparently can't walk straight. So we're going to try and intercept him before he does some damage.
Tip-offs from the public are quite common. It can be quite rare to get in the situation where there's one about to leave. It's crucial that we get there before he leaves so we can detain him.
Still on the phone, the mail's still in the store apparently. He's going to come out of there, but there is another entrance if he decides to go the other way. From 1-6, I've got eyeball on the exit if he comes this way. And then if other units plot up Queen's Way. We've got it all covered now.
I've got that entrance covered, mate, in and behind the trees. Where you come out from the...
Nice one. There's a local and me covering this exit, so he's going to come past one of us. I don't know why people do drink driving. It's a despicable thing to do. You're not in your right mind if you get behind the wheel of a car when you're drunk. Unfortunately, on the roads policing unit, we see the extreme consequences of what happens when people get behind the wheel when they've had a drink. And it devastates lives, unfortunately. You want to start right, T?
On the other side of the car park, traffic cop Andy Wright has stopped the suspect driver.
Coming in now, mate. He's in car park. He's trying to exit out there and then he's reversed back into the car park. 1626 now. What are you doing?
What are you doing in that? Driving. Don't move over, so I'll tell you it's not going anywhere. Is it your car? Proper car.
Alright. Yeah. Just sit tight till we're finished with him. Alright.
Right, nice deep breath. Don't continue to ride. Don't stop till I say stop. And hear it click. Okay? Now, count up on special breath from him. Okay, fail or refuse. It's effectively be arrested for speaking. Nice deep breath. Blow. Stop. Okay. Have you had anything else at all?
We'll get a wipe, mate. He's passed his breath test, so we're just going to do a drug wipe on him. He does seem quite intoxicated. Hopefully not keep you much longer, mate. Hopefully not keep you much longer. Alright. Come here, mate. I'm not finished with you, pal. Get here.
Get down on the floor! Get down now!
Put your face down.
Face down now!
Just relax, put your arm around your back. Roll over, get your other arm out. Behind your back. Other arm now. Behind your back. What are we doing? Just relax your arm. That's it. Relax, go on. Sit you up, mate. What's that all about then, pal? He's off the steps. Oh, it ain't me. You're all right. Stay sat down. Right, mate, I'm going to perform a drug wipe on you, alright? Failure to do so is an offence for which you'll be arrested, alright? Open your mouth for me. Open your mouth wider. Do your cheek. And your other cheek. Right, lift you up. Stand up. Can you put your legs in these and push yourself, please? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up. Stand up. Right, I'm going to get you in my car. That's the back or? Yeah, absolutely. Sit in there, don't you? Sit in. Whose car is it then? That? My brother. Your brother's? Are you insured on it? Yeah. What are you running for then? What else you had? Nothing. Well, it'll show up on here, won't it? You see. Yeah, it's blind 0, mate. Yeah. Okay, lovely.
What do you mean? Why would you mean us? What was you waiting for then?
You seem under the influence of something. Okay, so you've passed your breath test.
Well,
so I suspect.
Listen,
because you're slurring your words.
To who?
To me now.
No, so why was
Right
you waiting in the first place?
Right now.
Why
Okay.
was you waiting in the first place?
Incident reported.
On what?
There may be an intoxicated male driving your car. So that's why we've stopped you. So you've passed your breath test, but I'm of the opinion you're under the influence of something. So I performed a drug wipe on you. So it's very much like a pregnancy test. So it's taken a saliva sample of him and they test for cannabis and cocaine. If another line comes up in either of the windows, we have a positive test for either of those substances. Faint line, mate, but it's there. Yeah. He provided a positive drug wipe. He's tested positive for cocaine. Alright, so this time you're under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst over the prescribed limit of a controlled drug, namely cocaine. You're going to be taken to cells where you'll be asked to provide a blood sample. Alright? Can you take him in and I'll follow you down? Alright.
And then we'll get you in this car.
Follow you straight down. Cheers, mate. It's the faintest of lines, but it's there, and it's just given us that indication that he's had some. So. Right, I'll take your cuffs off, mate. Keep your hands where I can see them. You've been stopped driving a white Mercedes, exited car park by my colleague. Exited from the driver's seat. He's provided a positive drug wipe indicating cocaine in his system. He's been arrested to allow prompt and effective investigation and secure and preserve evidence.
Matt needs the man to take a blood test to prove if he's over the limit for drugs.
Right, I'm just going to have to go through these forms with you and then we'll crack on, alright, yeah?
He wants to establish if the suspect has any other substances in his system that may affect the blood test.
Are you currently taking or using any drugs or medication prescribed or supplied to you for medicinal or dental purposes?
Even with prescription medication, it is very much like the drink-drive limit, as there is a limit to how much you can have in your bloodstream to still be legal to drive.
There weren't even a positive test. There weren't even a line there. Where did you show me it?
There was, mate.
Can I see it?
You can in a bit.
I might take a look.
Faintest of lines in there. Cocaine.
You
You can have a look. That's fine.
There's a faint line, not a negative.
The fact that there's a line there doesn't matter how faint it is. Controlled line with there.
There's another line.
Yeah.
It's faint, it's negative.
It's not. If it's listen, if it's negative, there's no line at all.
No.
There's no significance to the fact that it was a faint line. It's an indication whether it's a strong line or a faint line.
You ready?
It could be just that the chemicals haven't reacted as strongly in the drug wipe itself.
Right, listen. It indicates that you may have cocaine in your system. It's not 100% accurate, so the blood sample will determine whether you have. So if you think I've come here for no reason with you, you're very much mistaken. Alright? So we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for your time. See you later. I'll just stand there a minute. I'm just going to build the offence, Joe, and then he's ready to go. We've obtained a blood sample now, so that's going to be sent away for forensic analysis to see if he's got any substances in his system. I shall show you out then. That's right. As a roads policing officer, drink and drugs are the bread and butter of what we do. It impairs people's driving at the end of the day, and they shouldn't be on the road.
Coming up, bank holiday drink drivers cause danger on the roads.
He's absolute shit.
What if you and refuse to face the truth?
Fail to provide. Fail to provide a limit to the people.
He's all over the road.
The regs, please. What's the regs, please?
I don't want to get that close, to be honest.
It's a busy bank holiday, and a 999 call has come in from a member of the public about a suspected drink driver.
And he's been driving on the hard shoulder, yeah?
Well, he's in the inside lane, but he keeps swerving all over everywhere.
30 miles from the centre of Derby, traffic cop Andy Wright is looking for the car.
Good car. BW Golf. Great.
There used to be a witching hour when the pubs finished at 11. Nightclubs be kicking out at 2. Now it's drinking as and when. Then, yeah, you can get your witching hours out all over the time.
The driver looks like he may have had an accident.
Along with other units, Andy parks up by the dual carriageway.
Right, I'm off the roundabout on that first T-junction. What I'll do is, if it comes, I'll shout him out on 90. And then if it fails to stop, I'll switch straight to channel 2. Yeah, 18 monitor. Anytime, man. Anytime, man.
Moments later, Andy spots the suspect driver.
I'll be on this vehicle now. Yeah, it's all over the place. Lane. Interior lights on. One there. Still weeping all over the carriageway. I have a feeling it will fail to stop. Step past the labour on the right junction to the near side. Speed increase now to 50. Not putting any pressure on the vehicle, but wait till everybody else with us.
Just behind Andy, another unit is in position to help surround the car and box it to a stop.
Practicing over the train while vehicle. Transport stopping. I can lock the finger out and stop.
At force control, a senior officer assesses the risk of the pursuit.
Tango 18 and ACO1. I'm aware of this now. Happy with what the plan is. Continue to summarize and anything further. Just in addition, if it does fail to stop, you're on. If you're not pursuit tactics, keep updated if it's not happening. Get 2-4 inches of probably going in a little bit. Speed increase and then drop in. From a weekend from lane 1 to 2.
You'll know that it now has got a marked police vehicle behind. I'm thinking, is he goading me? What is he trying to do?
Further up the road, traffic cop Paul Barker is ready to join the pursuit.
The driver possibly going to be coming off back that way, but you never know, he might come off, he might carry on if he's that pissed.
Paul drops in behind to hold the traffic back.
Tango 31 in the stick. Bob marked high performance vehicle, district management train.
Speed around 360. Using the centre lane 3. Right, let's get it on then and get a bit of search.
Right, your safety's on.
While Paul keeps his colleagues safe, Andy steers the suspect off the motorway.
Yeah, I've got him to follow you, 14. He's absolutely shit-faced. Yeah, vehicle's heading towards services now. Looks like he's somebody. There's one person in it. I'm trying to get him down this curve here so he can't slip him back out. Yeah. Vehicle stop. Lovely, thank you.
Hands out, just chill out, right, relax.
He was absolutely hammered. He just looked at me with like a dazed look, not believing what was happening. There was a vodka bottle on the floor, there was cans all over it. He absolutely stank of it.
Under arrest, 64 road traffic act, okay, not observed. May on defence, I'll mention your question. Some information later to line of call. Anything you do say, may be given an evidence. Okay, arrest is necessary to have proper investigation. Right, swing safe round.
Press damage to the car, can't open the door.
Yeah. You got a driving licence?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you the log. Yeah, she's coming out.
Jump in, mate,
You
got anything on you that you shouldn't have? You got anything in your pockets that you shouldn't have? Drugs, weapons, knives, anything like that? Got his phone handy, you know, from the Oh, stand up.
He's absolutely hammered. Yeah, alright. Okay.
As the driver is taken to the police station, traffic cop Paul Barker continues the search for more bank holiday drink drivers.
He was that drunk that he's not been breathalyzed. He's been arrested for being driving whilst unfit. I don't think he's failed to stop. I just think he's that drunk that he doesn't realise what's happening.
Early hours of the night shift tend to be looking for drink drivers going home from parties. They tend to think that if they leave it a bit longer, they might sober up, or we won't be looking for them.
It's not long before Paul spots a car in the middle of the road.
NA Oscar Tango 01 for 1015 vehicle, please.
Put the blue lights on, and he just carried on up the road and pulled to the offside.
Hello? How much have you had to drink? Not a lot. Hey? Step out for us. Come and take a seat in my car for me, please. Come on, Ducky. Have you got your car keys? No, you've not. I've just seen you drive the bloody car. Right. You've had too much to drink, haven't you? Hey? So, you're under arrest on suspicion of driving a motor vehicle whilst unfit through drink or drugs. Okay, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence or information when questioned, subject to later in court anything the same evidence. Okay, necessary for a very prompt and effective investigation. That's so you don't disappear. Okay. Come and take a seat in the back of my car. Okay. Alright. Tango 01, one detained at my location. Access alcohol.
What are you doing?
We're going to go down to the Ripple police station. When we go down to the police station, listen to me. When we get down to the police station, you take another test, okay? And depending on what that test says, okay, depends on what's going to happen. Okay. Oh, it's all right. Are you allowed to drive that vehicle?
Yes, of course I am.
Right, okay. Right, I've explained to you.
Where you taking?
To the police station, you know it's...
Why?
Can I explain to you because you're under arrest for driving a motor vehicle whilst on foot?
I didn't drive it.
Okay, well that's...
I didn't drive that motor vehicle.
Okay, well, I followed you.
I went to the motor vehicle to finish it.
Well, I know you're lying, so...
33 years of doing this, nothing surprises me with people. They'll look you in the face and they'll lie to you.
I don't understand what I'm doing.
explain it to you. I don't know how many times I need to explain it to you. Okay.
While Paul prepares to check the female in for a breath test, 10 miles away at the police station in Derby, traffic cop Andy Wright is dealing with the man he arrested for drink driving earlier.
First of all, what's your name?
I know. Switch it.
I'm just having a breathalyzer.
That's right, yeah.
That's what we're doing, mate. We're having a breathalyzer.
Okay, put your shoes back on.
You read a book called The Code of Practice, which tells you about our policies and procedures and how we have to look after you.
You guys have to.
If you fail to provide, you'll definitely commit an offence. By providing, you at least got a chance. Stand up for me then, please. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it, first one, done. Take a seat a minute. So this is your second one. You've got to do the exact same thing you can. Big deep breath. Keep going, keep going. That's it. You're blowing 112 and 116. The legal limit being 35, so that is a fail.
To be on the road in that state, he could have killed anybody. He could have hit anything and not. He probably wouldn't have even known. He shouldn't be on the road. He should be banned for life, really.
Authorising detention at the police station until it's a level that we're satisfied you're fit to be able to charge. You can't. You're going to have to sleep here. Listen. No, you know, you've blown 100 and something. That's very drunk. And everything else says you're very drunk, so you've got to stay here until you're sober enough to be dealt with. Alright?
For the suspect,
See you in a minute.
it's a night in the cells to sober up. For traffic cop Paul Barker, he's now booking in the third drink driver of the shift.
She's claiming she wasn't driving. Just come on, out you come.
It's a bit much, guys, to say that I just went to my stick up the fuck off for a second.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
Please go and deal with it.
There you go. I don't like liars. Come on. This lady was followed along the main road, eliminated blue lights, eventually stopped. I got out of the vehicle, I found her sat in the driver's seat, asked her to exit the vehicle. I formed the opinion that she was drunk. She arrested driving whilst unfit through drink. Necessity being prompt and effective investigation to stop her disappearing.
Right, fair enough. You haven't come here, you're probably arrested, now I'm going to go to bed. I'm moving forward. What is the offence here? Can I go home and come to bed?
You'll be offered the opportunity to provide two special
That's fine. I've not driven a car since.
explain to you, okay?
I've not driven a car since.
No, what's your date of birth, please?
What reason?
What's your date of birth, please?
What reason am I not allowed to?
You're not allowed to smoke in here. What's your
No,
not yet. No. It is difficult dealing with people that are under the influence of drink or drugs. They're repeating stuff and you're having to repeat things while you're arrested and things like that. It just gets to a stage where you don't really want to talk to them anymore. Have you taken any drug or medication since you last
I've
drove?
no drugs, no medication.
No. Eaten anything?
I don't understand what you're asking me. What is the alleged offence? What's the alleged offence?
If the driver doesn't give a breath test now, she could be automatically banned.
Sit your bum down. Relax. I've been doing this job 16 years. You don't know how to do talks, it'll affect that reading. Well, I'm not playing a game with you, and I'm not bartering with you.
In the toxilizer room, she's argued and argued and argued, just like she was at the front desk. And eventually, she tried to blow, but didn't have enough time. Therefore, it's timed out and won't her to argue with her anymore. So she'll get charged with failing to provide.
So what's happening now, then?
Go in front of the sergeant, explain that you've not given a sample of breath. Go down there. Failed to provide.
I didn't fail to provide a... Jesus.
Despite the woman's protests, because she's too drunk to drive, she won't be going home.
The cell that you're going into, unfortunately, we're full tomorrow.
What? I'm going into a cell.
So there's no toilet in your cell. There's a buzzer. If you use the toilet, press the buzzer. Okay.
Go in the room then. I don't feel my time's being wasted dealing with these people because I know I'll get the conviction at the end of the day and get them off the road because I was managed to society by the way that she drives.
Coming up.
Yeah, I've just been hit by a drunk driver.
It's a race against time to catch another suspected bank holiday drink driver.
When? Well, you've been involved in a collision.
Who's fled from a collision.
You're telling me a few white lies and you have actually been out in your car.
I am not telling you no white lie.
Hello, this is Derbyshire Police. Police emergency.
What's happening there?
It's nearly the end of a bank holiday, but there are more calls coming in about drink drivers.
Right, okay, whereabouts? Right, listen to me, whereabouts are you? Police emergency.
Yeah, I've just been hit by a drunk driver.
How do you know they were drunk?
Because I can smell his breath.
Yeah.
And when I said that, actually, we can smell alcohol, he said, I've had a drink.
Is he still there now?
Got in the car and drove off. Just got the reg, so.
But an officer's been allocated. I've put that on the incident. We'll also have his details as well.
So with RTC like this, you don't really know what you're going to.
Traffic cop Carl Jackson responds to the call.
My immediate concern is I need to try and locate him. The obvious place to go is their home address.
Yeah, I've got the scene details either of that vehicle. I'm afraid it's past it.
We're only a short distance from that.
I need an officer to go to the scene of the collision. That's all I could do with respect to the drink driver.
Where exactly is this collision? Traffic cop Adam Shipley is on hand to assist.
I believe it's a traffic light.
As soon as somebody leaves the scene of a collision without giving any details, we start assuming that they've done something wrong. We need to get to the bottom of that and find out why they've left.
Is your car drivable?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's actually the damage to it? Is it just pretty much... So he won't have much damage to his car then? Has he gone into the back of it?
He's gone into the back.
Yeah.
If you look at the front of his bumper on the front of his car, you can see there's a black section, that's all.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of the damage and everything.
Whilst Adam gathers more evidence from the scene, Carl is with the suspect driver at his house.
Yes. You've been involved in a collision, but you've left the scene. I need to do a few checks with you. When? Well, you've been involved in a collision, your vehicle.
I've been at home all day.
Okay, well, that's not what I've been told. Obviously, you've got a can in your hand now, so just come with me.
I find it very frustrating that people can't sort of hold their hands up and admit to the fact that they've done it. And the reason for that is they've got a lot to lose, haven't they? Driving licence will be gone.
Well, let's walk just through it.
Yeah. But if people know that before they sit behind the wheel of a car when they're drunk, then they still risk it.
And it was Tango 27. I just got to wait a few minutes to do the test as he was sipping a can when I got to him. Probably had a mouthful out of it, which is all he's had time to do prior to coming back. He's annoyed I've been out in his car.
What's the address? Bloke's there. I think he's fair to say that he's going to be over the limit, from what my colleague said. Not breathalyse him yet, but he's denying driving.
It's a bank holiday.
What it is? Well, I'm not drunk.
I don't work.
Okay.
Do you put my race down, right?
Well, it's the same car. Now, either it's one hell of an unlucky day and a bit of a strange coincidence and you're completely innocent, or you're telling me a few white lies and you have actually been out in your car.
I am not telling you no white lies.
Your engine's warm. Take a deep breath for me, please.
It's frustrating that people lie because it's as if they think I'm stupid. I'm not just going to randomly turn up at someone's door and accuse them of drink driving with no evidence. Doesn't work like that, does it?
So you've blown 91, which is very high, and so you have failed the breath test. So because of that, you are now under arrest.
Can you actually describe him at all to me, or...?
He's probably about my height, thin build.
Cool. What sort of age?
50s?
It's 50s. Oscar Tango 27 from 30.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you free to speak, mate?
Yes, yes. He's on the 911.
Yeah, nice work. Just a brief update from scene. Driver's describes, if you're ready. I'm sure he's going to match description just to confirm.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, male, probably in his 50s, about 5'8"-ish, slim build and blue jeans.
Yeah, that describes me perfectly. Put some bracelets on yet?
This is shocking.
It's not shocking.
I have done nothing wrong.
He's denying driving at all, so now we have to prove that he was. He's already admitted to me that it's his car and he's the only person insured to drive it. He's the only person with keys to it, so if he can see it out driving, then that's strong evidence against him. People go out drinking when the weather's nice, and unfortunately that means because there's more people out doing that, there's more people then that get tempted to drive home. Drinking drunk drivers on a nice bank holiday weekend. No regard for anybody else or themselves.
On this spring bank holiday weekend, Derbyshire police dealt with hundreds of incidents linked to drugs or alcohol.
One thing I never understand is how people don't see the effects of what drink driving is. If you drink and drive and the worst thing happens, as in you kill somebody because you're drunk behind the wheel of a car, then you will go to prison. You will lose your licence. And it's not just the family of the deceased that are affected. It's your family. You're a drink driver, you're convicted, you get sent to prison, your name's all in the paper and whatnot. So that affects everybody you know. And you're the one that's caused it. You're the drink driver, and that will affect you for the rest of your life.
In this episode,
He's now overtaking wrong side of the road. He's collided.
the disqualified driver who drove his car into a field to get away from officers
That's some of the worst driving I've ever seen.
pleaded guilty to drink driving, dangerous driving, and driving without insurance.
Just gone through that fence.
Yeah.
There.
He was sentenced to 12 months in prison.
Come here, mate. I've not finished with you, pub.
The man who tried to run away from the cops
Put your face down.
to avoid taking a drug wipe
He's tested positive for cocaine.
has been released under investigation whilst police await the results of his blood test. He's also been reported for driving without a licence or insurance. If found guilty, he could be facing a lengthy driving ban.
Yeah, I've got him for Friday. Watching. He's absolute shit-faced.
The weaving driver who traffic cop Andy arrested
We've got 112 and 116. The legal limit being 35.
was found guilty of drink driving and has been disqualified for 22 months and issued with a curfew, a tag, and a community order.
It's a bank holiday.
The man who admitted being drunk but claimed he hadn't been driving his car
I have done nothing wrong.
was identified via an identity parade by a witness and is due to appear at court on suspicion of drink driving and failing to stop at an accident.
Okay, well, I followed you.
And the suspect who claimed she wasn't driving after a night out
I know you're lying, so...
pleaded guilty to failing to provide and was disqualified from driving for 17 months and ordered to carry out 60 hours of unpaid work.
And the traffic cops are back next Monday at 8. With training complete, donning the famous bright red uniform and bearskin, meet the latest Queen's Guard, a year in service, brand new Thursday at 8. Coming up from snaring late-night poachers to routine traffic stops descending into danger, an unpredictable police night shift 999 begins brand new next.